Hey guys, what's up? It's Kev for the win. We're back for another edition of Monster Hunter Rise. Today we're taking a look at the Gunlance. I'm going to be using the long shelling type build for this particular thing. So, Jurator's Helm X, Offensive Guard, Evade Extender, Resentment, Razor Sharp, Torso X. Here we're going to have, for the skills, Guard Up, Special Ammo Boost, Evade Window, Razor Sharp, Earplugs, Basilgeist Braces X, Guard Up, Guard, Agitator, Razor Sharp, Artillery, Basilgeist Coil X, Long Shells Guard, Razor Sharp, Agitator, Protective Polish, Basilgeist Greaves X, Artillery Guard, Agitator, Offensive Guard, Absolute Pelance, you can run whatever you want. Here, for the Talisman, we're using an Evade Extender with a slot, so we can put in Offensive Guard here. So we kind of got lucky that we had a good Evade Extender here. Iron Jewel we're going to use for this particular fight. I would say probably it will be in our benefit to use the anti-dragon jewel, because I'm going to probably demonstrate against a great Izuchi here. So for Jurator's Helm X, Razor Jewel 2, Grinder Jewel 1, Razor Jewel 2, 2 Braces, Razor Jewel 2, Artillery Jewel 2, Challenger Jewel 2, Sharp Jewel 2, Basilgeist Greaves X. Let's see here, we'll get Guardian Jewel free, and in the Fatal Talisman, we're Guardian Jewel free as well. Let me show you a full breakdown of the armor and the stats. So we have 335 attack, 701 defense. We don't like thunder, and we don't like dragon or ice. You have to be mindful of those weaknesses when we're fighting against particular monsters. This is what the hunter arts are going to look like. You can use whatever you want. It's for you to figure out that. I just show you what the armor does. Agitator 4, Razor Sharp free, Guard 4, Evade Extender free, Guard Up free, Offensive Guard free, Artillery free, Load Shells 2, Special Ammo Boost 2, Item Prolonger 2, Flinch Free 2, Resentment 1, Protective Polish 1, Evade Window 1, and a Speed Sharpening 1. So you have a lot of skills here for quality of life with Gunlance. Like I said, we're using the long shelling type Gunlance. I also will have a wide Gunlance build in the future. So with the long lances builds and the shell types, basically, what you're going to do is spend more time firing off your actual cannon, as well as using your wyvern fire, as opposed to some of the other things that you would normally do with the wide, where it's more about actually using the lance and less about shelling. There is also the normal gun lance, which is trying to do a mix of both, but I feel like the long and the wide are probably the best ways to go with, particularly the gun lance. Now, keep in mind, when you do fire off wyvern firings, there is a long cooldown, so you have to be mindful of that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 blast here. On the third blast, if you continue to hold in the button, you will fire off that little piercing thing, which is a worm stake. Every once in a while, you'll be able to do that. Make sure that you reload. On very fast-moving monsters like the Izuchi, you have a situation where sometimes you won't be able to get it off. Alright, let's swing here. We're not in good position. Let's see. I'll turn this around, fire off a wyvern fire. We secure a KO there. Now we'll go and fire off some shells. So you can also use the charge shots here, which is what I'm using. Let's see. We should be able to hit there, which we do. And that's why you want to fire off 3 of those shots. Then we got to reload here eventually. Let's see here. The Hunter Arc that I'm using also powers up the charge shots in particular. So remember, this build is all about firing shots off. So that's why I'm using that. And also Offensive Guard's there to be able to get us a little bit of an attack boost. Alright, we secured a KO there. Unfortunately, our Wyvern Fire is not available to fire off yet. So we're going to just fire off as many of these shots as we can. And reload whenever possible. Okay, we got our Hunter Art off there. Let's fire off a couple more shots. Alright, the monster's not in position anymore. Alright, let's block. Reload when we can. Okay, and we'll go back to shelling here again. Go closer. Shell. Let's see. I should be able to hit with the spear. I did. Okay, we got hit there, but that's fine. Every once in a while, you gotta be careful here. The thing is, we're pretty tanky with this particular build. Alright, let's fire off. Shot. Okay, it's back up there. We're gonna guard. That'll trigger offensive guard. So now, if we want to, we'll attack with the regular spear weapon. Alright, let's block. Oop. Got a little too greedy there. If you're in the middle of an attack, you can't automatically shield, unlike the sword and shield attack, so keep that in mind. If you're in the animation, you gotta be careful. Let's block here. Alright. Let's fire off some shells if we can. Use the Hunter Art. Okay, Monster Trip. This is perfect here. We can't use our Wyvern Fire yet, so we're going to use charge shots. As you can see, the charge shots with this Hunter Art do increase the amount of damage. That's good. Let's reload. Alright. Gotta get into position here. I hear Zuros. Let's fire off some charge shells again. Think we hit it there? I'm not 100% sure. No, we got the little monster instead. That's kind of unfortunate. Alright, Zuros. Let's heal up here a second. Alright, never mind. Let's get on the monster first. We're gonna collide into this. Or we can miss it. That works too, I suppose. Alright, well the good thing is we won't have to waste a whole bunch of time on the minigame. Bad thing is now with the Zuros is here, we're gonna have to be very careful how we do this. Let's reload. Let's fire off some more shells. Alright, let's block. Oop. Missed the timing on the block there, that's fine. Let's take that opportunity to heal up. Sometimes getting knocked back is not a bad thing with gun. Block. Okay. Fire off a charge shot. Let's get that. Should hit the face there, which we do. So look at the amount of damage you're able to do that way. Alright, let's fire off a couple shots. We'll block. Alright, let's use our Hunter Art there. Alright, let's fire off some shots. As you see, it went up by 30 in the damage. It also powers up the Worm Stake as well. Let's fire off a couple more shells. Alright, let's fire off. And back. Let's continue. Let's do a charge shot here. Oh, we missed. Block. Alright, good. Let's reload. Fire off some shells. Alright. We just missed it. That's unfortunate. Alright. We're out of position. Alright, that's fine. We're gonna have to charge up our shot anyway here in a second. Keep in mind, with the Gunlance, every time you're firing off shells, as well as the Wyvern Fire, you are actually burning for your sharpness. Even though we have Razor Sharp, that actually helps us mitigate some of those problems. We still have to sharpen our weapon every once in a while, so keep that in mind. Alright, let's continue to move forward here. See? Alright, we should be able to take this monster down pretty quickly. I think it's only got a couple more hits left in it. Keep in mind, Gunlance is not a fast speed type of weapon. Unlike some of the ones like, I don't know, Dual Blades in particular, or I would say even Insect Glaive, or Longsword, or even the Greatsword. This one's kind of a more slow and steady. But speaking of almost dead, the monster, as you can see, is close to being dead here. Let's reload. Fire off some long shells. There is the wide version where you use more of the actual Gunlance, though. But keep in mind that we're using the long shell because we're mostly focusing on shelling with this build. Do we get that? No, we're just off. It's unfortunate. Alright. I gotta reload. Okay. Let's fire off some shells. This should connect. It does. It's fine if we get hit. We can heal up a little bit if we want to. Little monsters are getting in the way. Alright. Let's dodge. Let's dodge this attack, and then we'll unsheath the weapon. Alright, let's fire off a shell in a second. Let's go Hunter Art first. Alright, let's charge up the shot. Oh, that would have been perfect. That would have been game over for the monster. Alright, get off 2 shots. See if I can charge up here in a second. Nope, no Wyvern Fire left, so let's go. We're going to charge up this. Probably the last hit should be able to connect. Oh, little monster's getting in the way, taking the hit for the big one. Block. Alright, let's charge up the shot and fire it off. And we did 148 damage for death there. And that's pretty much what there is to the long shell version of the Gunlance, and what I think is a pretty good build. Keep in mind, all builds that you see on the channel are just recommendations, suggestions. They're not the end-all to be-all. There's multiple ways that you can play any type of armor, any type of weapon, different skills, different talismans you might have, different decos. Feel free to share your own version of the Gunlance in the comment section. Feel free to share your builds. Keep in mind that if you do share anything of the sort, make sure to do so in a constructive manner. Constructive criticism is always welcomed on the channel. However, if you're not constructive and you're being basically kind of a troll and everything of the sort, I will basically delete the comments and hide you from ever being able to post on the YouTube channel anyway. So definitely keep that in mind. I have no problem with criticism as long as it's done in a constructive manner, which everybody can learn something from it. So definitely feel free to share your builds. The next build I'm going to be focusing on the channel after this should be the last weapon that we have to cover for all the weapons that we've covered on this channel, that being the hammer. Then from there, I'm going to start doing some pure armor builds for some of the armors that are in Endgame, and then I will go back and upgrade some of our current builds, such as the bow and the dual blades, and even maybe the hunting horn, as I've gotten newer upgrades that you haven't been able to see in videos as of yet. So I've been working on a lot of content behind the scenes, so this is just, you know, getting the major weapons out of the way. 6 minutes and 8 second Clear time pretty fast for the Gunlance. It's a slower weapon, so keep that in mind, but still very respectable clear time. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's Monster Hunter Rise video. As always, a like on this video is greatly appreciated. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, definitely consider doing so, as it helps the channel grow, and I will see you for the next Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak video. Till next time, guys.